Hey you guys, it's your girl T. So I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole Jared Fogle situation. Now y'all remember fat ass Jared back in high school when he used to do them damn Subway commercials? Y'all remember he was fat as hell and he just kept eating Subway and kept eating Subway. Then he dropped all that weight and then he would hold them big ass pants next to him. Yes, that Jared. When I found out his ass was under investigation for child molestation and pornography charges, y'all, I had to clutch my invisible damn pearls. I was like, oh hell no, not Jared. You know what I mean? Like, Jared is a good dude. Like, what the hell happened? So what went down is that Jared's co-founder, the person who helped him co-found the Jared Foundation, he's 43-year-old Russell Taylor. And that man right behind me, he was arrested on federal child pornography charges. Basically, he was involved in some type of child pornography ring. So, you know, they went to also raid Jared's house. So initially, I thought maybe Russell, his homeboy, decided to tell on Jared so that we can get a lesser, sentence. Because we all know criminals have no loyalty and they will snitch quick, fast, in a damn hurry. So a lot of people assume that it was Russell snitching on Jared and that's why his house got raided. But now, as of today, a woman from Sarasota, ratchet-ass Florida, has come out. She's saying that she's the one who tipped investigators off after she heard about Jared's co-founder getting arrested and getting arrested for child pornography. She said that she'd been cool with Jared for like the past 10 years and that he would make all types of like really, lewd comments about young girls. And he would say things that would just make her uncomfortable. And in one instant, he had said something about how middle school girls are real hot. And she said that never sat well with her. So when she found out that his co-founder got arrested on child pornography charges, she felt that Jared might have something to do with it as well. So she decided to wear a wire, and this is how Jared was caught. So it's not some type of conspiracy. It's not where his homeboy is telling on him. This is an investigation that's been underway for the past few months. I want you guys to go ahead and watch these news clips, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my comments.
Now, the latest from Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, I'm Bruce Cup. We have breaking news to let you know about as federal and state agents are at the home of Subway spokesperson Jared Fogle. All of this happening in Zionsville. Eyewitness News reporter Steve Jefferson has been covering this story for us, and he is live at the scene in Zionsville. Steve, what can you tell us?
Yeah, federal agents arrived here at Jared's home in Zionsville around 6:30 this morning. I'm going to step out of the way and give you a look at what's going on. Right now, federal agents with the Indiana Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force are inside his home. They have been removing electronics since about 7 a.m. This van you see parked in the driveway is their mobile forensics van, where they're taking the electronics inside the van and going through the electronics that they find inside the house. This is all part of a child porn investigation that's been underway for several months. Now, we can tell you that Jared is also here still at the house. His family has left home since the investigation started. He is here being monitored by FBI agents, and again, this is an ongoing investigation. We are told that the search warrant was granted by a federal judge, and that's why the officers are here. Now, there are several agents here, including task force agents from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department, the FBI, and a couple of other agents as well. We can tell you that this is related to the Jared Foundation that he started, a foundation that's designed to actually help children as far as their health and weight loss. FBI agents say they will be here all day because they have a lot of work to do. We can tell you also that right now Jared has not been charged, but he is being monitored by FBI agents. We will continue to cover this and bring you the latest here in Zionsville as we continue to follow this investigation involving the spokesperson for Subway, Jared Fogle. Reporting live, Steve Jefferson, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Steve, thanks very much, and we'll have updates throughout the morning and at WTHR.com. I'm Bruce Kopp. We'll have more news later.
The FBI about the man who became the face of the Subway franchise. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Fanchon Stinger.
And I'm Bob Donaldson. That woman claims she wore a wire to record conversations she had with Fogle. Fox 59's Lindsay Eaton is in Zionsville now with more on this possible connection. Lindsay?
Yes, this woman is a former journalist. She used the word alarming to describe the things Jared Fogle told her. Now, in response, Fogle's attorney, he's using the word absurd to describe this woman's story. This woman wanted her voice disguised and her face blurred, but she was clear. Things the subway guy, Jared Fogle, said to her were surprising.
I thought to myself, did he really say that to me?
This woman is from Florida. She's a former journalist. She says her and Fogle have talked several times going back 10 years.
He said something to me when we were off camera, and that really stuck with me.
She wouldn't go into detail about exactly what Fogle told her, but said it was enough for her to go to the FBI.
So when I presented it to the FBI, the first thing that they said to me is, "This who I think this is?" And I said, "Yes, it is." And it just went full gear after that.
She claims agents had her wear a wire between 2007 and 2009 and recorded phone conversations she had with Fogle.
The subject matter is similar to what the FBI found when they raided his home. It goes deeper than that.
All day Tuesday, federal, state, and local agencies raided Fogle's Zionsville home in connection with a child porn investigation. Just 2 months ago, the executive director of the Jared Foundation was arrested, accused of producing and possessing child porn. We know agents seized electronics like computers, DVDs, and even Fogle's personal cell phone. He didn't have anything to say to our cameras that day.
Hey, you got anything to say? Jared!
And since then, no sign of Fogle here. Fogle's attorney says the Florida woman's claims are an unrealistic fabrication with no credibility. If you think about it, she says her original statement was more than 10 years ago. If any part of it was true, it would have been raised. It never happened. When we asked if Jared knows this woman, his attorney told us the whole thing is absurd. Now, we want to be very clear. Jared Fogle has not been arrested or charged with anything in this investigation so far. We've also learned Fogle was supposed to make an appearance in Sharknado 3. That was supposed to come out later on this month. We've learned that part has been pulled. We're live tonight in Zionsville. Lindsay Eden, Fox 59 News.
All right, so you guys just watched the news clip. Like I said, the whole situation is getting crazy and crazy. There's a lot of twists and turns. You know, Jared's attorney is saying that this woman is lying. You know, how could she say something like this? How can you know him for 10 years and you're just not speaking out about this? You know, like I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. The police are not going to come and raid your house and come take everything unless they have some type of evidence to support them doing that. Because if they go to this man's house and they raid his house and they don't find anything, it's going to truly affect his reputation. He could sue them for that. Subway could also sue because now Subway is looking really shady as well. Subway has since cut ties with Jared. They ended up basically taking all his information off of their websites, off of their commercials. They're no longer even endorsing him. So he lost his endorsements until further notice. They're also saying that Jared agreed to kind of step back from the situation until everything gets, you know, figured out and sorted out. So it's going to be really interesting to find out it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. I want you guys to go ahead and watch this clip from Subway. Check this out. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this clip about Subway basically severing ties with Jared. Check this out. I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Investigators descend before dawn on the Indiana home of longtime Subway spokesman Jared Fogle. Hours later, hauling out electronics and paperwork into a white van parked in his driveway. A visibly upset Fogle was escorted into and out of that van. An FBI agent refused to discuss the nature of the investigation, but today's raid comes just 2 months after Russell Taylor, the executive director of Fogle's Foundation to Combat Childhood Obesity, was charged with production and possession of child pornography.
Hey, Jared. Hey, guys.
Fogle first hit the national stage in 2000, starring in Subway ads saying he lost 245 pounds from a peak weight of 425 pounds in college through exercise and a steady diet of low-fat Subway sandwiches. Fogle has gone on to star in hundreds of Subway commercials. But in recent years, it's appeared that Fogle continues to struggle with his weight.
I don't eat it every single day anymore, but I've learned, you know, in moderation. You know, I'll tell you, I've kept the weight off now for 15 years. I still probably average eating it 3 or 4 days a week. And, you know, I travel almost 200 days a year.
After today's raid, the fast food chain putting out a statement later today saying Subway and Jared Fogle have mutually agreed to suspend their relationship due to the current investigation. Earlier, the company scrubbed any sign of Fogle from its website, including a page called Jared's Journey.
Only thing I ever see around his home are happy people doing their yard, waving. So I'm shocked and upset, of course, and saddened. A great figure in our community.
Fogle's attorney released a statement saying his client is cooperating and has not been detained, arrested, or charged with any crime or offense.
Now, there's been a lot of conversation about what's going on with this investigation. Subway released another part of a statement that said Jared continues to cooperate with authorities and he expects no actions to be forthcoming. We're also looking forward to hearing from investigators as well.
All right, so you guys just watched the video, and on top of Subway severing ties, the foundation that Jared started has also severed ties with him. It's a Children's Health Foundation to help combat obesity and keep children healthy. It's really sad that whenever something is involving children, whenever it's some type of organization for children, you know, there's always some type of pedophilia ring involved, you know, 9 times out of 10. I just think it's really, really sad that you just can't have genuine people who genuinely care about children, generally there to help children. There's always some sinister shit going on behind the scenes. And for this man to be a co-founder, Jared's friend, to be arrested and detained for child pornography, it's really scary because both of these guys had access to thousands of children over the years. You know, this foundation's been around for almost 10 years, so who's to say that this man not only was watching child porn, who's to say that some of these children in this foundation were not being molested by Russell? And maybe possibly Jared, you know, who knows? So this whole situation is just crazy. It's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. How do you feel about this entire situation concerning Jared Fogle from Subway? How did you feel when you first heard about this? Do you believe it? Do you feel like it's a setup? Or do you feel like me, where there's smoke, there's fire? And then how do you feel about Subway and the charity basically stepping back and cutting ties with Jared as well? And also, last but not least, how do you guys feel about the woman in Florida now with this new revelation that basically she's the one who tipped off the feds and it was not Russell? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovelyti, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.